Hi guys, this is your Max, aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So I'm going to talk about some of the crazy SBCs, right, that is actually leaked, your icon SBCs. Will we actually, right, see a Footies Team 5, or is it just going to be re-release players, right? I'm going to talk about some out-of-pack investments as well as some of the content, right, to actually expect. Now, the first thing I want to talk about, right, is this very funny thing that EA actually did. So if you guys actually remember, right, previously, right, for this objective, right, you just had to win games and play games, right, with 3 Footies player. But yesterday, EA decided to change this to having to win 4 Champs Finals, right, and 8 Champs Finals, right, with 3 Premier League players and 3 League On players. Don't know why they're gonna do it, because my guess is probably because 3 Footies player is probably too easy because of the amount of SBCs that have actually dropped. So they're actually trying to make it a little bit more difficult for us by changing it to Prem and League On players. However, I don't think that it actually makes that much difference, given that they're actually requesting players, right, from like major leagues and not minor leagues. Confused as to why EA has done this, right? I don't think that I've ever seen them do this. We have also gotten a 7 player objective SBC, right? It's just a regular goalkeeper. He has the premium Footies link. Basically a free card, right? Really, it's just a free card. All you have to do, right, is just to play games. And perhaps the most difficult part is actually, right, scoring 4 goals using French players. But again, I don't think that is too difficult, given, you have the likes of Mbappe, Marcel, right? So many French players in the team itself. Now, yesterday, right, we also gotten a very surprising SBC, given that we were expecting a central midfielder SBC, because EA actually asked people, right, to go and vote. And instead of getting a central midfielder, right, we actually got a left wing, right, Gomez SBC, if I can actually, right, navigate this very slow menu. Yep, there he is. 5-star, 4-star, finesse shot, outside the foot shot trade. Very, very cheap, right? Just an 87 rated squad with 1 team of the week, 1 thoughts. And as you realize, right, even though it doesn't state there, you can actually use moments as well. So I've actually realized, this trend with EA recently, right? They've been allowing us to use moments, right, in more and more SBCs, right? Same for your 84 by 10, your 85 by 10. Even though, right, they don't explicitly state it, it just state as thoughts. So his fantasy version earlier in the game, right, was actually very popular. Even though I would say that, he's not really meta. He's decent, but definitely not meta. We have also gotten a 93 plus shapeshifters or Footies player pick. Now, this SBC, right, is actually more expensive than your previous one, because you can actually pack a Footies, right, Team 4 player. So, your likes of your Mbappe, Lucio, Di Natale are all actually packable, right? I don't really mind that, because you always want a shot at packing your, the newest cards in packs, right? No problem there. So the requirements, right, 86, 88, 89 rated squad with team of the week, thoughts, and again, right, you can actually use moments. The casuals, right, they don't actually know that you can use moments, but however, right, as more and more people realize that you can use moments in most of the SBCs, right, or when EA actually decides to put moments as one of the requirements, right, explicitly, right, I potentially see, right, moments being really good to, invest in or flip. So right now, right, this SBC costs 280k. I would say it's absolutely 100% worth it to do it, because the likelihood of you packing something that can make your first 11, right, it's actually very, very high. And we actually did this SBC yesterday, and we gotten some like really, really insane pack pools. So go and get the SBC done. So speaking about moments and the fact that they are actually required in more and more SBCs, right, can we actually invest in them? So right now, I believe, right, they are actually at about close to 20k, right, about 20.5k. I don't think that they are actually at a low enough point yet as of right now. And given the proximity of, the next batch of cards, right, being re-released on Friday tomorrow, right, I wouldn't suggest for you to invest. However, it makes them very good to be flipped, right? An hour and 10 minutes after content drop, go and get on bid. Go and check the selling prices of your moments. If they're selling at 20k, go and bid maximum at 18k, and then you can sell at 20k. Because after taking into account the tax, right, you still make 1k. So long as you make 1k profit per card, I would say just go ahead and do it. Now let's talk about some of the crazy, league SBCs, right, that we actually have. So Sheriff has confirmed, right, that one of our next cover stars, right, is actually going to be Zinedine Zidane. If you're a long-time viewer of my stream or my channel, you would know that I absolutely adore Zidane, right? I did his 94 mid version SBC, and he's actually one of the best camps in-game, right? Due to his top-tier intelligent AI movement. His passing is top tier as well, right? Great. I love players who can pass in-game. He's also suitable, right, as, you know, one of 3 central midfielders, right? If you set up in like a 4-3-2-1 or 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, top tier player, right? Cannot wait for this SBC to be released. Quite possibly, right, I think we'll actually see him on Friday, right, at content drop. Question is, right, how much will he cost? So let's take a look at his 97 Trophy Titans version, right? At his peak, he was actually 2.7 mil. Given that, you know, he's already at 97 overall, this version is probably gonna go or push very close to being 99. And if he's actually gonna be 99, right, minimally, right, I would say he's actually gonna cost like at least 3 mil. I know the previous version right now, right, he's actually only at about 1.4. He basically half in price, right, from 2.8 to 1.4. But the newest version, no shot that I see it being cheaper than 3 mil. If I had to really put a exact price, I would say probably around 3.5 to 3.6 mil, most likely. But however, if you need a cam, you know, this is the guy for you, right? This guy is the guy. We also have Del P confirmed coming as well. Again, already 5'5". Will make a very good cam as well as a striker. I grew up, right, watching this guy ball out for Juve, right? He's such a good player, and he was actually so loyal to them, right? Because he actually stayed with Juve, right, when they actually dropped down to Serie B. Again, same question, right? How much will he cost? The Trophy Titans version, right, at his peak, he was actually at about 370k, right, last Friday. He has now dropped all the way down to about 220k. How much will he cost? My guess is he's probably going to come in at around, you know, the 800k mark. Because, you know, Del P is not a meta top tier player like Zidane, but he's definitely more meta, right, than the likes of your Real Costa, Shevchenko, right, etc. Because Del P's AI, right, it's actually pretty good. Now, the question that we have is, of course, right, where is our, you know, 99 footies passing, right, SBC, central midfielder SBC, right? I already mentioned this before. EA actually did a poll on their Instagram stories, right, 2 days ago, and I thought we were going to see the SBC yesterday. We didn't see it. Instead, we saw Angel Gomez. So maybe my guess is this SBC, right, will possibly be released later on today, along with your marquee matchups. So moving on to talk about marquee matchups, right? What are some of the investments that we can be doing? My prediction is, right, we're probably going to get a Man City and Newcastle marquee matchup, right? That's just a prediction. There's no leak whatsoever. If we do get a Man City marquee matchups, right, I would say just go and bid for your Man City players. Right, I think bidding on them at 650 coins, right, for the likes of Ake, you can go Alvarez, you can go Ortega, Akanji, all these Man City Go Rare players. If they're required, they're gonna easily, right, go to 4 to 5k very easily. If you can get them on bid at 650 coins, there is no risk. If they're not required, you know, you can simply just sell them off. So that is an investment, right, that you can actually do. I next, right, want to talk about XP, because today is actually a very big day for your XP, right? Specifically because a lot of people, right, are actually gonna be getting, you know, your level 40, and they will actually go and get Vini Jr. or I don't know, maybe some of y'all want to gamble and get this icon player pick. So it's a huge day for XP. I would say, right, just go for Vini personally, because I don't think this player pick, right, would be better than your Vini. Vini possibly, right, just walks straight into your team. Now, we are also gonna get more footies, right, XP today, right? Specifically, right, footies week 5 XP. So if you guys actually remember, right, previously, right, they require us to score and play games with Harry Kane, Krava, and actually, right, the last league that is actually missing, right, your major league, right, it's actually your Bundesliga attacker. So, you know, whoever is required, let's say a Timo Werner, right, birthday Timo Werner, right, it will actually at least double in price, or in Harry Kane's case, right, it will possibly go extinct. So look out for this segment of the objective today. If you are fast enough, you can actually make some easy coins. Now, the question is, right, how long will footies be, right? I think footies is just gonna last for another 13 days and 20 hours, right? In line with your season itself. I believe that when season 8 ends, is actually when footies ends, because it's actually important for us, right? Because as traders and investors, right, we want to know what are some of the cards that we can actually invest in. So just take note that footies should end, right, in another 2 weeks. Now, I actually have some tips for you guys, right, as to what y'all can actually do, right, if you are actually way behind on XP. Of course, you can go ahead and purchase the World of Football kit and then go and get it done. If you don't have the coins, right, you can actually go and co-op with a friend who has that World of Football kit. Go and get it done, and you can actually catch up with your objective itself. Now, if you're still behind on XP, right, fret not, because this is actually from EA's official website, right. You will actually get double XP, right, on the last week of the season 8, right. The final week of season 8 will be a double XP week. So hopefully, you know, if you're really behind like myself, I'm still stuck at level 19, right, you don't have to panic actually, but I would say, you know, just try to get as high a level as you can possibly right now. Now, moving on, right, let's talk about, you know, what should we expect to see, right, for, you know, content drop on Friday itself. Who will actually be in Footy's Team 5, right? Will we even see like a Team 5, or is it just gonna be, you know, re-release of your cards? If we do get a Team 5, my guess is, right, it's probably gonna feature a 99 card, right? And quite possibly, I think it's gonna be Erling Haaland, because we already have the likes of, right, Messi, Mbappe, Ronaldo. So this guy is the last guy that is actually missing. I don't think he will actually be extinct at 15 mil, because quite simply, he's not as meta as those players that I've already talked about. He possibly, right, when he's actually released, right, will possibly cost at about 7 to 8 mil before dropping down further. I don't think he's gonna go extinct. Now, if there's actually, you know, no Team 5, right, I wouldn't mind, right, if EA actually, you know, re-release your Footies card, specifically, right, your Footies Team 1 to Team 4, because you know, those cards are actually really hard to pack. And if you actually think back, right, your top players, especially your Team 1 Footies players, right, the pack rate was actually so bad that even right now, right, Ronaldo is still currently extinct, so I can't even try Ronaldo out. So we could, right, also potentially, right, see, you know, the likes of your shapeshifters, right, being re-released back into packs as well. Your thoughts, your moments, as well as your Team of the Weeks itself. Now, let's move on and talk about your Team of the Weeks, because, you know, those are the cards that we have been flipping, right, for the past few weeks, and they have done fantastically well for us. So right now, I believe, right, they are at about 19.5 to 20k. I don't see them as a good investment opportunity, because we don't know, right, how many Team of the Weeks will be in packs for the next batch. Currently, right, we only have 10 Team of the Weeks in packs. That's the reason why it's actually so hard to pack them, right, even when you open your 84 or 85 by 10. So if EA were to do something crazy, if they were to put like 30 Team of the Weeks back into packs, it would definitely, right, affect your Team of the Week prices. Because why? They're actually just simply more packable. So I wouldn't be, you know, investing in your Team of the Weeks per se. But of course, if you want to do quick flips, right, they're selling at 20k right now. If you can get them on bid at 15k, 16k, I say go ahead, do quick flips, but make sure you sell all of them off. Now, we were actually, right, also selling, you know, your fodder thoughts yesterday as well, right? This is from a member in the Discord at between 36k to about 38k itself. And we're actually picking your fodder thoughts at 33k. So we still flipped them yesterday, right? They did pretty well for us. And today, right, they're actually again back down to about 33k, I believe. So should you be investing in them? I don't think so, right? Same concept with your Team of the Weeks. I don't think that they are actually good investments opportunities, because very likely they're actually gonna go back in packs, and we don't know how many thoughts EA is actually gonna put back in packs, right? I don't think there's a need to actually go and take the chance. So don't invest. If you want to do quick flips, I say go ahead, try to get them on bid, right, at about 27k. I think you should be able to win quite a few, and then go and list them back up at about 33k. So just make sure that you don't hold these cards, right, until Friday at content drop, because if they are included in your next batch, which I think they will most definitely drop down in price. So what can you actually, right, invest in? Now, we do know that if Saka Tots gets re-released, right, his gold version goes out of packs, and what happens to his gold version, it's actually gonna go up in price. So that's the reason why all these investments, right, are actually pretty good. So shout out to Chem Expert. He was the one who actually put up this list, you can actually pick up any of these cards, right? Because these are the cards that are expected to get re-released, and their base versions, right, would actually go up in price because they are not in packs. So which ones are my favorites? When I take a look at this list, right, I really like your 83s at below 1.7k. Like Bremer, Ozyman, Mikel Moreno, Kobel, all these are really, really good cards, right? It's what I call double investment, right? If they don't go out of packs, it's fine, right? You can actually just sell Bremer as an 83 rated card. If they go out of packs, you know, and they are required in SBCs, as 83s are required in so many SBCs, they're just gonna explode in price. So if you can get them at below 1.7k for all these 83s, I don't see, you know, any reason or any kind of a risk, right? For your 84s, right, I like the likes of Ben Yedder. If you can get at below 3.2k, right, Ben Yedder, Trippier, Diaby, Di Maria, all these 84s will do really well as well, right? For your 85s and higher, I'm actually not that keen because they are actually not as required as your 83s and your 84s. For your 82s, right, if you want to, you can go for Saka at below 1.2k. So again, it's a double investment, right? So if you want to, you can take a screenshot of this. When will we be able to sell this? I would say 4 days. Let's just put it as 4 days. So take a screenshot. These are the things that you can actually invest in. So you might ask, right, Max, what about, you know, our regular fodder? Can we actually, right, still pick up a regular fodder? Of course you can, but, you know, if you can actually get on a content drop later, you want to do like really quick flips, right? Like 82s and 83s are actually really, really good, right? You can actually just pick a couple up, just sell at content drop, and then that's it. However, I wouldn't hold your 82s and 83s, right, until content drop tomorrow. It's up to you to decide. If you want to, I think 82s, 83s, and 84s are all really good. Now, what are some of the other, you know, icons, right, that could potentially get SBCs? Now, R9 could potentially, right, get a SBC as well. Why? Because, right, he was actually on the cover, right, of FIFA 18, the Icon Edition, as you guys can see over here. So there is a possibility that he might get an SBC. How much will he cost? He could potentially, right, cost more than your Ronaldinho. Possibly maybe at 6 to 7 mil if he gets an SBC, because everybody is gonna try to complete him. And some of the other icons that could potentially, you know, come as SBC, right, could be Andre as well, right? So we know with all these crazy SBCs and re-release of cards, right, the market is definitely gonna take a hit, right? Your Tots, your Footies, anything that is re-released will 100% drop in price. So if you actually have all these cards, I would suggest once you're done with the games, right, just go ahead and sell the cards. Now let's actually move back here, right, and talk about, you know, some of the other content that we have actually seen that I haven't spoken about because there was no trading video yesterday. We have your Shevchenko SBC, right? And it's actually a huge start because he's actually very cheap. Let me actually go and find the SBC itself. It actually costs only, right, about 150k. I believe it's only 6 squads. Yep. So fantastic price. Right, very easy to craft. Definitely the best version of Sheva that you can ever find. 5-star, 4-star, high work rate. So fantastic, right? Very cheap. You can actually go ahead and do that. Now, this is the thing that I really like. Like the fact that EA released, right, the 87 plus player pick, and this time, right, they actually don't require a team of the week or Tots. However, right, they make it have a higher squad rating. For me, right, this is definitely better. Why? Because team of the weeks are the reasons, right, why the SBCs are so expensive. So I'd rather turn in a slightly higher rated squad and then, you know, just go ahead and complete it. I've opened so many packs, right, and team of the weeks are really hard to pack, right? You really just have to purchase them off the market. So W, right, I would say just W. And it's so cheap. It's actually 27k a pop. If you get a 92 rated player, right, you basically break even because your cheapest 92 rated is actually at 25k. You get anything 93 and higher, profit, right? Profit. So talking about profits, we've actually flipped some really good cards as well, right? We were buying and selling 81s yesterday. These are all from the members in the Discord itself, right? 83s, right? These are all the ratings that did really well for us. Your 82s as well, starting at 2.4k. Especially for your PC players, right? Your 82s and 81s, right? They are just crazy. More pages of 83s as well as 84s. So you guys on YouTube, you only get the buy prices. You want to sell prices? Join up the Discord while it's still currently free. And we also have a brand new Prime Gaming pack that's actually going to come out. If you want to be eligible for the Prime Gaming pack, Just link your EA Sports account to your Amazon Prime account. It's actually very easy to do. And of course, if you actually appreciate the content on my channel, you can actually sub to me for free on Twitch. It's actually gonna mean a lot to me because I actually put in lots and lots of time and effort, right, into all these videos for you guys, right, as well as the selling prices. And let's actually go and take a look and see, you know, is it really worth it to grind like your elite rivals right now? I actually just, you know, finished short 1 win short of the 8 wins because I ran out of time. As usual, I always leave it very, very late. So I guess this is not that ideal, but hey, a player pick is still a player pick, right? Let's actually see what we can actually get. So I have an 87 plus player pick for you guys as well. Right, I really appreciate all the support y'all have been showing to the channel because we're moving towards the end of the FIFA cycle. Okay, not too bad. 89 Timo Werner. I'm gonna take it. Gonna go straight into the next SBC. Tradable, perfect. Right. 1 of 3. Is it worth it to grind elite rivals at this stage of the game? Apparently not. So it's fine. I'm just gonna discard it. And I actually have a 85 by 10 for you guys as well. Right. I know it's been quite a journey, right, for you guys. Because this video is not exactly that short. I really appreciate all the support y'all have been showing to the channel, right? And I'm actually thinking about some of the plans as we, you know, as FIFA 23 slows down and we move into EAFC 24. Alright, let's open this 85 by 10 and see what we get. Hopefully something good. Hopefully a team of the week at least. I haven't packed any team of the weeks out of this. Koke. Alright, let's see if there's a cheeky little foot ace behind. Do we have a cheeky little foot ace behind? Give me them cheeks, man. Okay, this is actually a pretty bad pack. So that's all from me, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, right, hit the like button. And if you guys want to see more trading videos, right, how to craft SBCs, all the latest news and leaks, hit the sub button. And I actually would like your opinion, right? Because like I mentioned, as we are slowly moving towards EAFC 24, right, I was thinking about creating a second YouTube channel giving Fantasy Premier League tips because I'm actually a huge fan of that game, and before I actually did FIFA, right, I was deciding between FIFA or Fantasy Premier League. So let me know down in the comment section below, man, if you guys would be interested in watching me, you know, dishing out some FPL tips because, you know, FIFA is coming towards the end, right? EAFC 24 is literally like just 5 to 6 weeks away. So yeah, I don't think, you know, doing too many FIFA videos daily would be too helpful, and maybe Fantasy Premier League would be of more interest to you guys. And just let me know, man. And that's all from me, alright? I thank you guys for the support, and I'm out. Take care, guys.